Square Enix late last month announced that a Melody of Memory demo would be available towards the middle of October during a TGS presentation. This demo, given the circumstances of the world at the moment, would give fans a chance to test out the game and get used to its unique controls, while simultaneously giving fans who are a little more skeptical about buying a rhythm game at the moment the chance to test it out for themselves and see if it's worth buying for them. I have received a copy of this demo, and I am here to give you my first impressions of it. Before we get this first impressions rolling, however, I must say a big thank you to Square Enix for sponsoring today's video. The reason I'm able to get this video out so soon for you guys is because Square Enix provided me an early review code for Melody of Memory's demo a few days before its public release, so I've had a ton of time to play the demo and gather some of my thoughts. The demo I received for Melody of Memory included 2 co-op songs along with 4 songs via the track selection. I'm able to play all the songs in any difficulty I choose, beginner, standard, proud, and any control style I choose as well, basic style, 1-button mode, and performer mode, which I'll get into in a minute. The basic style is your standard Kingdom Hearts controls with some rhythm game elements. You press the circle button to jump, X to attack with the addition of L1 and R1 to attack as well, holding circle to glide. The 1-button mode, however, is a pretty self-explanatory mode. It's 1 button for just about everything. The purpose of this mode is so you can focus a little bit more on the rhythm rather than precise button presses. The 1-button mode, once selected, also has its own separate rankings. Now, the performer control style is a extra control style for people who want some extra added difficulty aside from the normal selection beginner, standard, and proud. This mode adds performer inputs on screen that can vary between different buttons on your controller. I won't lie, even on some of the lower difficulties, this mode can be pretty difficult. I can't imagine what it must be like on proud mode. It can get pretty hectic, attacking normally while also pressing like different buttons doing the performer inputs. This mode is definitely for people who are insane at rhythm games, are used to them, or just want that extra challenge. Something that would be cool to revisit after your playthrough for sure. If you are worried about the controls though, don't worry, the demo has a pretty decent tutorial at the start, which is also perfectly skippable if you don't want to do it. The songs available in the track selection include Welcome to Wonderland from Kingdom Hearts 1, Hand in Hand from Kingdom Hearts 1, The Wrestling Force from Birth by Sleep, and Wave of Darkness 1 from 0.2. The co-op songs, however, additionally include Sinister Shadows from Kingdom Hearts 2 and All for One from Dream Drop Distance. Co-op mode is surprisingly simple, but very fun. My only worry about it for the full game is that they don't lock too many songs behind it. Other than that, it's genuinely a really good time, and if you have a sibling or a friend who is down to play, then I really recommend trying this mode out. As you guys know, I'm not super experienced when it comes to the rhythm game genre, but I love Kingdom Hearts, as do a lot of you, and I have to say I really do appreciate how much effort you can tell Indie Zero put into this rhythm game experience just from the demo alone. This game isn't an Unreal Engine 4, but rather a refined version of the older graphic style, but despite that being said, this game aesthetically is extremely pleasing. Just because it isn't in Kingdom Hearts 3's graphic engine doesn't mean it isn't still beautiful. The gameplay is honestly really fun. I've been personally trying to get the highest score possible on the Wrestling Forest. I like that they tried to make the controls as close to the normal games as possible. That's the type of authenticity that I love when it comes to this game, that I can really appreciate. Unfortunately, you can't try out any of the other teams from my experience, but it's understandable because it is only a demo. Now, one of the additional things I want to talk about is difficulty of this game a little bit more in-depthly, which will be subjective because, as I said earlier, I'm not the most accustomed to rhythm games, but even from the ones I have played, which is minimal, this game does feel pretty different in comparison, because this game kind of just feels like Kingdom Hearts. It's important to note that this demo does not include any items, so I have no clue how items will be implemented into the main gameplay, but I can imagine they might affect it either slightly or significantly. This game's difficulty, as you can imagine, varies from song to song, with the hardest one available personally being Wave of Darkness 1 from my experience. Proud mode can be extremely brutal with the inputs, I won't lie, and standard can catch you off guard as well. I can't imagine how difficult some songs like Zemnis or Young Xehanort's Team game might end up being if they make it into this game on proud mode. Though that also gets me excited. The biggest difference between difficulty modes is the amount of enemies on screen, which means the more chances of misses, and in result, the more health you'll take and the easier it is to die. When you die, you die. The song just stops and you have to restart. You still get a ranking once you die, but when you die, the level doesn't continue. It's like normal Kingdom Hearts, I guess. This game does have leveling up as well, so that might also affect the difficulty of this game. Maybe in the main game, you're able to grind for levels on certain songs and whatnot, to the point where you're not even taking as much damage, so even if you do miss a lot of enemies, you can still pass the stage, but we'll see how that goes in the full game. Learning songs does feel really satisfying so far, and the selection for the demo is pretty decent. My only wish is that they included one boss stage so that I could see how the boss battles work, because that's something I'm very interested in, though I can wait till the full game to find out because I'm sure it'll be fun regardless. But overall though, my first impressions of this game are really good. If you like the music of Kingdom Hearts, you'll definitely have a lot of fun with this game. I genuinely think so. Keep in mind, this demo barely includes a speck of what the full game is planned to be offering, since it's planning to have more than 140 plus songs. I'm especially interested in how the multiplayer mode is going to function now after playing co-op, because co-op was already pretty fun, and I especially wonder how fun multiplayer for the Switch with its exclusive mode, or even just the base multiplayer functions are going to work, how they're going to be. I think versus mode potentially might be a lot of fun, and if they are as fun as I think they might be, then hey, maybe we could host some sort of tournament for those, some union tournaments. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I've thrown that idea around in a couple of live streams before, but it could be really fun because this game's gameplay is genuinely just a lot of fun. I'm using that word a lot and it can be pretty vague, but that's the most important thing about this game to me. It is fun, a lot of fun. Like I said, if you like the music of Kingdom Hearts, you will enjoy this game. This is not only a rhythm game experience, but a Kingdom Hearts experience. And with that being said, that'll about do it for today's first impressions. Thank you once again to Square Enix for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out, you guys.